When people ask me what I did over the weekend, I usually don't know what to say. And it's not because I didn't do anything, it's because I did everything. I did several loads of laundry, I shopped for groceries, I reorganized my pantry, I cleaned my house. But that's not really what they're asking, is it? They're asking me what I did, not for a list of my chores. And at some point I started realizing that I don't really have an answer. I think most people don't spend their lives doing nothing. Like me, they spend their lives doing everything. You know how it goes. You decide you're just going to wipe down kitchen counters. Then you notice there's expired leftovers in the fridge, so you clean those out. But while you're doing that, you notice there's a spill on the shelves. Well, you can't leave that there, so you wipe down the fridge. But now the sink is full of containers that need washing, except the dishwasher is still full of clean dishes, so you empty that, reload it, put everything away, and now the 20-minute task that you started somehow has turned into 2 hours. And none of those things were unnecessary. They all needed to be done. But they took all of your attention. And for me, after a cleaning spiral like that, I want to do absolutely nothing. I don't want to read my book. I don't want to draw. I just want to sit on the couch and disconnect. But that's also the part that made me stop and reevaluate. One day, in the middle of one of these cleaning spirals, I realized something. It's not that I'm missing free time, it's that I'm missing intention for the day. And what I mean by that is that if I don't decide what today is going to hold, the day will quickly decide for me. One chore becomes another, one errand becomes 3, one email becomes 10, and before you know it, the day is over. So I started wondering, what if the day only needs one memorable thing, one thing that belongs to me before the day ends up belonging to everything else? Because the other trap I have fallen into is feeling guilty when I don't make the day memorable, when I don't go on an adventure, when I don't make something, read something, make it my own. And that turns into a whole nother spiral. And no, before you click off, this is absolutely not another productivity video. I don't mean listening to another business podcast while you're folding laundry, or learning another language while you're cooking, or trying to find yet another way to optimize your life. I think generally we have gotten really good at turning absolutely everything into self-improvement already. What I mean is, read that fantasy book you've been meaning to start, or bake some cookies because they just sound really good, or draw something, even if you're bad at drawing. Build a Lego set, go outside, look at the clouds, walk without headphones, or perhaps spend 20 minutes setting up your hobby space so it's easier to pick back up tomorrow. It doesn't have to make you more productive or make you money or even be useful. It just has to make you remember today. Personally, I've noticed I tell myself the same thing over and over again. Once I finish this, I can relax. But there's always another this. There's another email, there's another drawer, there's another load of laundry, another dish in the sink. So I've decided that I cannot wait for the day to hand me free time, because it's never going to. I have to protect it before it slips through my fingers. So for me, I think I'm going to start writing down that one thing every evening, but not as a habit tracker and not as a productivity challenge, because then it would just become another chore. Instead, I want an archive of things that inspire me. I just want somewhere to keep the moments that made the day feel like it's mine. Maybe one day it'll be, I finished another chapter in my book, and another day it could be, I spent 20 minutes working on my painting. And it's okay if it takes me 3 weeks or 3 months to finish a painting. It's 20 minutes that I allocated to the painting per day that I did not spend on another cleaning spiral. I'm expecting these tiny things to be something that doesn't really matter to anyone else but me. But that's kind of the point, and I think after a couple of weeks or a month, these things will be able to tell me more about me and how I spend my time than any to-do list or planner ever could. Ultimately, I want to be able to answer one simple question. What filled my cup today? And not have to sit there trying to think of an answer. Because the days are going to pass anyway, and they'll fill them with invisible work if we let them. So choose one memorable thing before the day chooses everything else.